Previously on 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors.
Come over here. Give Seven a big old hug. No, don't touch me. Get over here. No. Oh, God, you're crushing me. You're crushing my bones. Shh. It's love, baby. It's love. All you need is love.
And now, back to the escape.
Seven quickly lays his hand on the red, and asters appear on the screen. Jim and the others followed suit and laid their hands on the scanner panel. I wonder if there's going to be a puzzle behind this door at all. Soon there were 4 asterisks on the screen. Seven glanced at them and then laid his hand on the lever of the red.
Alright, you guys ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Jimmy paused for a moment.
Not yet.
Huh? Oh, God damn it, Junpei. What do you gotta do now? You gotta go to the bathroom or something? 'Cause you can do that after we survive.
Before we go, I'd like to check something.
You want to check something?
Yeah, but before I do, Seven, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
What do you mean? You don't need...
Just do it, alright? But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay? Please? This is really important. I'm always the one who figures this shit out, alright? I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Jimmy looked directly into Seven's eyes. The older man looked back for a moment, then nodded.
Fine. God dang it, Junpei. What other crazy-ass scheme you got going?
Seven pulled down on the lever and the door 9 creaked open. Then they waited. 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you, come again. After 9 seconds, the door closed.
Alright, that means the 4 can go through into door 9.
So? We knew that already. It's obvious. Good freaking lord, Junpei.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is. Now what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
What?
Zero's bracelet?
Why don't you take it out, Clover?
For a moment, Clover looked surprised, but she recovered quickly and stuck her tongue out at Junpei.
Hey, so you did? So you did know I had it? I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
She reached into one of the pockets of her voluminous jacket and produced a bracelet. Junpei took it from her and just turned it to Seven.
This was in the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see he's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters Cap. If Cap was really 0, then I should be able to open the door. Open door 9 with just me and Clover and this bracelet. But most importantly, if you were Cap and this was your game, would you really put one of these bracelets on yourself? And let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Okay.
After he and Clover scanned their bracelets, he waved Captains over the scanner panel. He pulled the lever. However... okay, but it's, yeah, right, we found out 0 is, it wasn't 0, it's O. Door didn't open. The reds display read error. Error. Self-destruct mechanism activated.
Oh shit.
Way to go, dumbass. Now we're all gonna die. All because you had to learn some stupid horse shit.
I knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
No, that's impossible. You see how the panels show the 3rd asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All I have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
Seven waved his bracelet in front of the scanner panel. Sure enough, a single asterisk appeared on the red.
Huh, looks like you're right.
See? So what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Then what number is it?
Let's find out.
Junpei.
Scan the bracelet with this combination.
Okay, I gotta remember what the hell number... What was, freaking... I can't remember what the 0 was. Okay, this one. It's 3. This combination worked, then the Cap's bracelet was 6. That's right.
Hot dog. Hey, it opened. The door opened.
Well, why? What does that mean?
The 7 Clover seemed rather shaken. They turned to look at Junpei for answers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bitches. Junpei's got all the answers.
Door slid heavily shut. Junpei raised an eyebrow.
Isn't it obvious? Casparissa is number 6.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
Oh. Oh!
Oh, wait a minute. I don't get it. No, we figured out that Casparissa is 6, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
Before Junpei could answer, Snake spoke up. There is most likely one person with a 6.
But I don't get it. What about June?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with. No. I was thinking maybe it was G? So it's 7? Right? Oh, her bracelet was flipped. In other words, June's real number is 9? That seems the most likely.
Then all this number door stuff was just a load of crap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Clover grabbed Junpei's notebook and began to write furiously in it. Junpei leaned over to look at it. List of all the numbered doors. I thought it was O, and O is freaking 15, right? So, I mean, or I don't know. All numbered June's gone through. Clover read each one aloud so that Snake could follow along.
Alright, I made a list of all the numbered doors that June has gone through so far. I wrote down which door she went into and with who. I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch number 9 and wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. Digit root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digit root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
What do you mean?
We were talking about 3, right?
3?
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it? Or that's what you're saying, isn't it? Who said that? I don't know. Yes, exactly.
What about it?
It's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came into this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. And doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing? The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 in Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3.
What?
Santa's real number. So would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure.
Seven took the pen from a confused Clover and began to adjust her calculations.
This is what you're getting at, right, Snake?
What in the hell is... He read the changes he made, and when he finished, he looked at Snake. Snake smiled. Thank you. That's exactly right, 7. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
Ah, so he is 0.
No way. Santa is 0?
Oh. Okay, so... wait, so... I'm so confused. So were there 2 number 9s then, or did the other guy have number 6 and he didn't realize it? And June was not June was 9, not 6. On the contrary, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3. They cancel one each other out. Nothing appears out of order.
Then that means even though he set the whole damn thing up, Santa was still playing by the rules of the Nonra game this whole time.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
Not sure if he acted alone or not, but I think it's safe to conclude that he is 0.
Woohoo! Called it. I fucking called it.
My hypothesis is correct. Clover bit her lip. She seemed to be having difficulty believing her brother's explanation. Junpei remained silent in thought. Snake's hypothesis didn't satisfy him. June's bracelet was flipped. Even if that were possible, then there would have been 2 number 9 bracelets. If that were the case... Alright, that's enough talking. Let's go. It's high time we went through that door. Yeah, I still don't really get that either. Why are there 2 number 9 bracelets then? So is the other guy 6, but then that wouldn't have worked out, right? I think. Ugh. Number 9 open. They lift through. Well, you remember, because when number 9 forces Clover and Ace to open the door, right? It was, that would have gotten them a thing of 1, right? 5 and... Or 2, yeah, a digital of 2. I don't know. The net was directly in front of them as they came through the door. Whatever, I'll just roll with it, I guess. Clearly they scanned their bracelets. That was easy.
There's some things money can't buy. For everything else, join the notary game.
And the detonator stopped.
Yeah.
After pausing for a moment to catch their collective breath, Junpei and his companions headed down the long hallway in front of them. At the end was a set of stairs leading down to the ship. Looked as though they led all the way to the bottom of the deck. Looked down, didn't seem to be flooded. After deciding it was safe, they headed down the stairs. This must be where the library is. Before long, Junpei and his companions found themselves on the bottom deck. They turned left into another hallway, and at the end of which they found another door. Or not. We had a card for that, though, I think. Of course, there was a symbol engraved over the keyhole. Sort of like a harpoon, which used to hunt fish, though kind of with 3 prongs. Snake traced the shape of it with his fingers. This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere. Neptune key. All Junpei had was the Uranus key card. Not the same planet, and not even the same sort of key. Clearly it wasn't going to open this door. After examining the door for a few more minutes, they gave up and headed back to the way they came. With a little more searching, they found a metal door. To the side of it was a card reader. The symbol was engraved into the card reader. Matched the Uranus symbol on the key card Junpei was holding.
Yes! This is the place.
So this is gonna be the library. He muttered himself and slipped the card through the reader. Beat once and the light on it turned green. With a heavy metal groan, the door creaked open. Junpei, Clover, Snake, and Seven looked at one another, nodded, and stepped through.
Oh, my lord!
The room they found themselves in was full of books. Holy freaking balls. It looked remarkably like a library. Not the sort of library where large numbers of people came to read books. More the sort of library that was simply a place to store books. He felt a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, but Junpei did his best to speak with authority.
Alright, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good, let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry!
Damn it, I was going to do the thing where Al sleeps in a small chamber past the force of knowledge. As he began his search, for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those words, particular words float through his mind.
Oh, look at this. Oh my god. Wish I had a library this cool. Oh yeah, knowledge is power. I swear to God, it's gonna be the last time I do that, guys. Ever again.
You better be. I swear to God, if you do that one more time, Junpei, I'm fucking killing you right here. I don't care. I don't even give a shit. I don't care if I die along with you. I will fucking kill you.
There's a piece of paper. There's a note on the table.
Lights to the books. Oh, what does that mean?
Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, well, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next. They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself.
That's horrible.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in darkness, yes. That has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might miss. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say.
Whoa, dude. That's some deep shit, man.
I'm gonna light it on fire.
Mother Nature.
That's some sort of book about hippie chicks.
Probably not, except perhaps
Tangentially.
it's most likely about environmental protection.
I was just trying to make a joke. Good lord, Snake.
Dude, hippie chicks? Really?
Come on, man. Roll with me, Junpei. Who says transitions of extinct species?
We need to hurry up, or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that.
I feel like I learned a lot from that. Okay.
What's to do with these titles?
They're all just gibberish. Gibberish, I say. I guess I gotta maybe set them in order or something and they say something. I can see one on the top there. If I turn it one way, I can say nope. They're all just gibberish.
Hey, what if we like switch them around?
Switch them around.
Yeah, if we move them around, like they'll spell something.
Oh, I get it. Heck, it's worth a shot. No way.
Okay, switch it there. And switch this here. And here. And what am I freaking doing?
I have no idea. Nope. Nope. That's not right. Nope.
Maybe pone. Burr. Pinot Grigio. How about Owen Wilson? Open. I see the word open. Open here, find bulb. Ah, there we go.
How about this?
Like putting these books in the right order. Open this right thing right up.
Yeah, that was a piece of cake.
Alright, you did, Junpei.
I guess that turned out well enough.
So letters from the title spell out. Open here, find bulb.
Man, I'm awesome. God, I'm so freaking awesome.
That bulb looks like it's brand new. It's really big, so it'll make a lot of light.
I'm guessing it has to do with that note.
Alright. So is that it? Is that... Oh, we got stuff over here too.
Kid's book here, huh? Looks like a children's story about Native Americans.
Don't you think a random book like this is kind of suspicious? You ought to hold on to it.
Oh, okay.
This one has some Native Americans on the cover. Hey, Junpei, take a look at this one.
Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some...
Whoa! Oh!
What?
What's that? This is one of them Pablo books. LRK.
That doesn't mean anything, does it?
You could make them KRL, like curl, like or Carl.
Oh man, that makes complete sense. Thanks.
Thanks, Devin. No problem, Junpei.
I was being sarcastic.
I know I was too. Shut up. Permian creatures. Seems like a little fancy for some kind of prehistoric critter. I'd mention most of them were like reptiles and amphibians. Without a hair, I can't imagine they'd have much need for perms.
It's got nothing to do with this.
Okay, let's go down here. Ooh, hello. Hey, there's one. This is Owen.
Owen, huh?
Oh, yes, Owen Wilson, of course. He's my favorite actor. Owen isn't enough to go on. Perhaps about the English Revolution.
Dad Kine, what the hell is this?
Wasn't that a German mathematician? Perhaps, maybe it's a contemplation of his work. Never heard of that guy before.
Lebanese?
This book is in German. Looks like it's complete works of something.
I've never heard of it.
Well, Snakes doesn't know what it is. I don't think we'll ever know.
Sheldrake?
Sheldrake. Isn't Sheldrake... something?
That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics.
Why is she so excited?
Yeah, that's funny.
Why is that funny?
Why is it?
Indian mathematics.
Yeah. Indians are funny. Rhyming hypothesis. What is their hypothesis about where they're rhyming? Isn't it pretty straightforward?
Heavens no, there are many factors. Length, girth, lubrication, or lack of. It's an exciting and rapidly growing field.
Whoa.
She's getting so ridiculously excited about this.
Yes! Knowledge!
Ugh.
This one's Goldbach's conjecture.
Conjecture? What's it about? Something like magic or psychic stuff or something? Ah, right, I bet it's about jewelry, right? Isn't it?
It may have an odd title, but it's actually a very respectable mathematics book. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory.
Oh, sorry, goddamn. Shit. Look, let's not go into this right now, okay? Shelf has sort of glass inlay. It's pretty big, but there's only 6 books in it. Seems kind of weird.
Looks like there's something on the bottom. Can't really see it though. The glass is all foggy.
Oh. Middle of the glass door is a cylinder lock. You know, the kind of lock where you rotate the numbers around until you've got the right ones to open it.
What the hell is this? It's like they just gave us the answer. Guess might as well give it a shot. Let's see what we got here.
So many books here. I wonder what this one's.
Whoa, what's this?
Warm?
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Hey, what's the deal with this Sabbath stuff? What happened? I don't get what just happened. Oh, their hands touch each other.
Oh yeah. You know what that means? That's a sign for making love.
Hey, there's another one of those picture books here. Something about these things is kind of nice, you know? Brings back good memories.
I can see people like 7 were kids once.
No shit, you little brat.
Hey guys, cool it. Alright, I think I'm gonna take this picture book with me. It's got a magic wand on it. Okay.
So what's inside? Well, aren't you gonna open it?
Pretty sure it's just gonna have pages inside. So,
Oh my god!
Big opening is a door to the library. It's pretty impressive, almost like a door to a shrine or church or something. There's another door after it, and then a passageway beyond it. After that, the passageway is a door with a Neptune symbol engraved on it. Hurry up, we need to find a key with a mark of the symbol.
Okay, that sounds like a job for the best brother and sister team in the world.
Man, it's like 7 I don't even exist. No, I'm doing everything.
This one looks like a picture book from earlier, the one with the pop-ups.
oh, here we go. Think that pop is series or something? They do it with the same bindings.
That's a baseball, this one. Come on, Jim, let's see what's in it.
We'll go on a limb here and say it's probably a baseball. Oh my god! It's his head.
It's a pop-up book. It's got the letters head popping out of it.
Nah, head. Okay.
Alright, let's go ahead and throw these books down.
Okay, how about we try putting these picture books on the stands?
And then...
This is a little weird.
and a light bulb in the middle.
You sort of see the letters. It's too dark in there to really tell, though.
This probably means our light isn't bright enough.
Oh, the freaking numbers are in there. I didn't see that. Oh, the code's actually on the numbers there. Okay, I didn't even freaking notice. There we go.
Woohoo! You did, Junpei! Yay!
I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever. At least the lock's open now. See if you can get it open, alright?
Whatever, shut up, Junpei. It just took me a second to figure it out.
No view of photochemistry.
I think whoever set this up wanted to see it cover, not the spine. Just look at it, okay?
Oh, looks like there's a whole bunch of space behind these books.
Look, Junpei, I think there's something hidden behind the books.
Oh, Jesus, there it is. Good lord. There's enough freaking sneaky little part of this room. Jeez. Alright.
You see me spin right round till I fall on the ground and drown. Alright, let's do this.
Oh, no, no! There we go.
There's 3 lights here. Alright, I'm gonna choose the light bulbs.
They should.
Show me the way.
Shield Drake 5. Okay, that's what those books are for.
Awesome! It worked!
Way to go, Junpei. Good job, you little bastard.
Just like projecting on the bottom.
Les, they seem familiar.
Shield Drake 5, Shield Drake 5. That's gonna be this one right here.
Should check on the spine of this. Let's get the volume numbers from the lower part of the spine.
Just do it for the love of God! What am I doing? I gotta do this first, I guess.
Shield Drake 5. Shield Drake 5.
Should be read this text out loud. think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sif and Clover walked off, leaving Junpei and Snake behind. Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I meant. Junpei grinned.
Yeah, Lewis told me about him.
Oh, that dude.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He had a rather interesting theory I'm going to randomly tell you about right now. Theory of morphogenetic fields which lie on the theory of morphic resonance.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did.
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access the morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. First is epiphany, the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
You did? Why?
Junpei's eyes narrowed.
Look, man, I didn't push you because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
Tell you what.
Do me that. About the experiment.
Snake's shoulders slumped and he shook his head slowly. He finally given up. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor. Junpei nodded. With that, they climbed the stairs to the top floor. Oh, there's a big red book up there. Snake was silent for a moment after they arrived, and they finally crossed his arms and spoke. I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet and why I made sure Clover did as well. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card. Snake reached into his sleeve and pulled out a small, stiff piece of paper. Oh, the directions, right? It looked a good deal like the one he'd shown everyone on the central staircase.
So you had 2 cards?
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? So the card just had some rules for the Nutter game on it.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However... Yeah. They were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Oh, well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read.
And that was... Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell and I activate your sister's detonator. Oh. Well,
Snake nodded.
Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. If it doesn't strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers.
Yeah, that does seem a little weird.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you, that girl.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the thing she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activator detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs, happy as a clam now that you're back.
Snake glanced down at Clover as 7, examining one of the bookshelves.
I like this book. It's about doggies.
Man, what are you talking about? You like 5 years old?
Shut up, 7.
Oh, God, why is it always around the crotch?
That's very true. I decided I can trust you. I decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I feel like I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Why not?
Clover told me about the four-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us.
Oh, he was in the group too?
No matter what the situation was. Snake paused and cocked his head as though he was listening to something very far away. His face looked dark as though something was weighing on him.
Hey, Snake?
He wasn't quite sure what to say. Snake turned and looked at him. Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment?
Yeah.
How much do you know? Junpei relayed to Snake everything Clover had told him. Morphogenetic field in the experiment 9 years prior that had dealt with it. Oh my nose itches. Hold on. Okay. How the experiment had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada. How they played the Nutter game. He told him everything. And finally, he told him how a girl had died during the experiment. Oh. She told you all that, did she? Snake looked down. His face was tight. A slight tremor shook his body, and he tried to hide it. He was putting on a good front, but even Junpei could tell he was holding back something deep and powerful. He made as if to brush something from his face and looked up at Junpei. At any rate, I know how much you've learned. And all that remains for us is determine...
So who did this and why, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Snake nodded slowly. People who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceutical. There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongu,
Ace.
Nagisa Nijisaki, Chiruraka Kubuta, and Kajika Mushishido.
There, that's Ace, isn't it?
I see you, Ace, you little fucker. Hongu was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical. Nijisaki was his right-hand man, and did the lion's share of the planning. Kabuto led the company's research and development division.
Oh, is that number 9?
Mushishido was the majority stockholder. It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongu designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kabuto developed the technology required, and Mushishido provided the cash.
So it was Hongu, Najisika, Kabuta, and Mushishido.
Junpei couldn't shake the sense that he had heard those 4 names somewhere before. Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nominary Project. The purpose of this experiment was to research the prospect of controlling the human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field. Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produce the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more people there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why? How? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye. And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer. That's essentially the idea behind genetic fields.
But that's just a theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it.
Not really.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it. Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murderer. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters is that Hongu believed in the morphogenetic field.
Snake nodded.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? This is what you were saying?
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with the morphogenetic field?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem. The chances of you knowing that answer, even though no one's told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Let's say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding.
In the latest news, the entire world has decided to stand on their heads. Hell, even I'm staying on my head, for absolutely no particular reason.
Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you.
Man, is this shit like real? Because that's like, fuck, this is pretty wild.
Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Yeah.
Let's say hypothetically, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well. Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
Oh my god, is that what Ace is trying to do?
Become more powerful than anyone could possibly imagine.
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that? And he used it to make other people do handstands. What would happen then? A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You can think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
Junpei thought about that for a moment.
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. Then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, it's close enough at least.
Come on, that's horse shit.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll just have to test it first. At least that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the nunnery project began. Snake suddenly looked very serious. Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfield experiment? Junpei nodded.
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right? They put a pair of subjects in separate rooms, and they showed one of them a picture and asked the other what they saw.
Interesting, I'm impressed. Yes, that's exactly correct.
So, why'd you bring up the Gansfield experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the nunnery project. The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Credo Pharmaceutical. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them he found had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped. His face barely moved as he spoke. There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total. For reasons they were not fully understood at the time, each pair had one transmitter and one receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. Oh, okay. The children who were put in group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in group A. The members of group A were placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongu had learned the following. There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany, the other is danger. Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought it would be very long and hard, until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind? It may seem obvious to say so, but that was meant by epiphany. The information obtained through the epiphany can easily be translated through the fields, or it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. Therefore, Hongo set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. Oh my god, this shit is getting crazy. The participants had to solve each puzzle before they could move on to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include the danger.
You are all going to die.
More specifically, he had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the nunnery game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children to a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into their fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined in a mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and the puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzle you find throughout the room. Puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you solve them, transmit that information to the children in Group A.
Well, we don't know how to do that. Just do it, you little shits.
If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink and your brothers and sisters will drown. Do you know why the astronauts of the Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely? It's because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All the equipment, and the instruments and everything, all of it identical. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts were facing. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems they knew the astronauts were experiencing. Once they found the solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard of the actual capsule. That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic in Building Q. The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the problems they found and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage. Snake sounded defeated. His half-hearted attempt at derision served only to show how much the story had affected him. Just as Junpei was about to speak.
Hey, Junpei, Snake, how much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses? Get down here already.
Seven's voice echoed up from below. Snake took a deep breath and blinked rapidly as if he waking from a long nap. He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We still need to get out of here and soon. Snake headed for the stairs, but Junpei put an arm out to stop him.
Hold it. There's one more thing I wanted to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes, that's what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongu's experiments. After all, you couldn't exactly play an owner game with any less, could you?
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There are 2 more children. However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. They're a brother and sister, like Clover and I.
Oh, it's gonna be Santa? That's gonna be Santa and his sister, maybe.
The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name, her name was... Snake couldn't seem to bring himself to continue.
Oh, is that, or was that the children of no, but Lotus's kids? No, but no, they came back. It looked as though yeah, okay, no, this has got to be Santa and his sister. He looked as though he was about to say it brought him great pain.
Her name was Akane. That was the girl who died.
What?
She felt as if he had been punched in the stomach.
What the hell?
His vision went blurry and his head felt light. He couldn't think straight. Everything was blank.
Had Akane Kurosaki died 9 years ago? If she had, then who was June?
What? No, that was impossible. It couldn't be true. Akane wasn't an uncommon name. If Snake had known her last name, then that would have been a different matter entirely. So they shared her name. There were many other people who did as well. It meant nothing. It was a different person. Of course it was a different person. It had to be. Junpei shook his head hard and pulled himself back to reality.
What the fuck? Oh my god, this shit is getting me. This shit is bananas.
Something wrong, Junpei. Your breathing sounds strange. The Snake had noticed. Junpei cleared his throat and tried to act calm.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine. I'm having a minor heart attack. Let's get back down there, alright?
Snake raised his eyebrow but said nothing. He had downstairs, Junpei bring up the rear. He couldn't bring himself to ask. He told himself he knew the answer already, but he couldn't bring himself to ask what the girl's last name had been. With every step he took, the cold hard sound of feet against metal dug at his heart. Oh my god, so it was like someone pretending to be her? Or maybe Akane didn't really die, or...
Oh my god, I don't know. This shit's driving me crazy.
Sheldrick, this is it. This is where the shadow picture was pointing to.
But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture?
Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume.
Yeah, well, would you look at that? There's a big red button behind this book.
Guess we should press this button.
Hi-ya! Take that.
Oh!
Holy freaking sweet mist.
Is that a linking book behind there?
What was that sound?
Sounded like something really big was moving. Aside from me.
Came from the top floor.
Alright, let's go check it out.
Up we go. Not the way I wanted to go. Oh, there it is. We got 2 doors and a big thing here.
There's that keyboard in front of the numbers, and there's a 4 Roman numerals on the wall. It's gotta be a hint of some sort.
That's 13, 14, 10, and 13.
Those are all Roman numerals.
You just need to put in the numbers from the wall on the keyboard?
No, you can't. Keyboard doesn't have any numbered keys. You can't tap stuff in like 3 or 4.
That means...
Oh.
It's in hexadecimal, maybe? So what are these supposed to be?
This hand's gonna open the door for me.
Hey!
Man, does that matter how hard you pull this thing isn't going anywhere? Looks like it's probably locked.
How about this one?
Come on, door, open.
Nothing. Might as well try to open a wall. I know you're feeling kind of rushed, but do you realize that's pointless, don't you? It's not gonna get you anywhere.
Shut up.
There's only one thing we can do. Let's go. Okay, so let me think about this. 13, 14.
I bet you're gonna type something on that keyboard.
I need your letters.
Looks like you only entered 4 letters.
Let's see how it works. Just need to hit enter. Okay,
I got it. It's not that.
let's give it a shot.
Okay, M, N, J, M. Fuck. Maybe 0. June. Oh, maybe like 9. 10 would be A. 11 would be B. 13 would be C. 14 would be D. 10 is A. Fuck. 10, 11. Oh, wait. 10, 11, 12, 13. I didn't type that in right. D. E. Oh. Dead. That's it. Yes, dead. Yes.
Hey, you did it, Junpei. It's unlocked now.
That was rather cryptic and good job, Junpei. Whoa there, don't get too excited. Passcode was dead, remember? Just makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. Be like a horrible demon dragon back there.
So what? Jeez, you're such an old lady. Can't worry about stuff like that. I mean, come on, we got it to unlock, didn't we? Let's go, hurry up.
Well, we're seeing a lot chipper now that, you know, he's, Snake's alive.
Oh, excuse the thing I spin. Damn it, I can't get this thing open. This thing won't even budge.
Well, why not? We put in the password, what else do we have to do?
And what that means?
It's the other door. Oh my god. Of course, it all makes sense now. Let's get this thing open. Oh, there we go. Good lord.
You found it, you dipshit.
Yes.
I did it.